Overcoming Cultural Differences. This presentation will be presented at the very beginning of the school year for Freeman Elementary staff. How are we diverse? There are many different ways, as you can see, that we are different. Take a moment and read through those and think about the ones that you have experienced within your classroom. As I'm going through this presentation, be thinking about those differences that are in your classroom and what your perception is of your own biases. Unfortunately, we all do have implicit biases, also known as unconscious bias. In order to be sure we are not consciously treating people differently because of these differences, we need to build awareness of our unconscious bias and recognize its negative effects. There are several different ways to do this. The first one is to take a simple test. As you can see, the link is below. If you go in there, you can choose which category you would like to take. You can take that test and it will help you to identify any biases that you may have. We need to realize that our biases influence our behavior and attitude even when we don't believe in the action that we are taking. By becoming more self-aware, we can control knee-jerk reactions, conquer fears of the unknown, and prevail over closed-mindedness. Step 2 is name it. Finding a coworker that you can be honest and trustworthy with so they can help you to work through some of the questions you might have about your biases. Different questions that you can ask. What makes you think that? What leads you to that conclusion? Would this decision be different if the family or child were of a different race or background? How would you make this decision if this was your own child? Asking people these questions and questions like this can really help them step back and evaluate what are they thinking and why are they thinking that way. The next is to practice being non-defensive. This is hard to do because we think we are always doing the right thing. However, if we really want to make sure that we are not being biased in any way or not accepting the cultural differences that we have, we really need to begin to say, hey, this isn't about me. This is about how I can be better at what I'm doing. The next is to address parents' concerns if you see that they are thinking that there might be bias, whether it's the color of their child's skin or the socioeconomic or their ability. Ease that for them and say statements like, you may be thinking we are being biased against your child. Let me reassure you that is not the case. We just want to do what's absolutely best for your child. Opening up that dialogue in order to build those strong relationships with our parents and our our parents and our students. Step 3, anticipate it. It's going to happen and create systems to reduce it. In our building, we have different procedures we can follow. Follow the behavior plan process that we have. Every one of us have posted in our classroom. Practice capturing kids' hearts, building those relationships, taking time to understand them and where they're coming from. Develop a system to call on people randomly so you're not calling on the same students all the time. Refer back to the major and minors list when you are going to decide if something is happening or occurring that is not acceptable. Go back to that list. Make sure it's on there. Then ask peers for help. Don't even give the name of the child so they can look at it with a free perspective of a viewpoint to see if that is an accurate solution for the problem at hand. And be slow to speak and slow to respond. Think it over. We all need systems to help us monitor our behavior and keep us on track. Assumptions are biases that can ruin relationships. Step 4, build empathy. Get to know your clientele. Create a survey at the beginning of the school year. One example is provided below. Take the time to really review and make connections with those surveys. Don't say, yep, look over it real quick and put it away. Go back to it frequently. If you decide that there's information that needs to be on there, do another survey in the middle of the year. Maybe include how their parents' perception is of you in the classroom. The truth is, we all harbor unconscious assumptions that can get in the way of our good intentions and keep us from building authentic relationships with people different from ourselves. Step 5, hold yourself accountable. Keep data for your class, ask Tony for behavior data that we have here. We can present it, go over it. I know PBIS team does that, but maybe we need to look at that as a staff as well. And then ask the hard questions. Some different questions you can ask. Are we more effective with some groups of students than others? If so, what change in our practice will make us more effective with all the students? What support systems can we implement to make it better? Maybe we need to start thinking outside of the box, or maybe we need to start looking at multiple solutions to meet those groups of kids that we haven't already met. And are we following the designated processes? That's why they're there. Are we using the process for behavior? Are we using capturing kids' hearts? Are we using our major and minors list? Evaluate that and see where you're at with that. The last step, you are not the problem, but you can be the solution. With a natural tendency to focus all energy towards the most obvious racial, ethnic, social, economic, or gender manifestation of diversity, other more suitable dimensions such as religion or political values, physical abilities, sexual orientation, or health status can easily be forgotten. We cannot do that. Step 6, ongoing work. Be consistent, don't stop growing, ask peers for support, limit your biases, and make sure your actions are in line with your intentions. This is because it is an unconscious bias, because it is something that we don't necessarily agree with, but we're still acting upon. We need to continue to grow and to be aware of what we are doing. Reviewing the concepts, know your biases, name it, anticipate biases, have systems to reduce it, build empathy, hold yourself accountable, keep moving forward. If you have any questions, please be free to ask me. Thank you for your time.